Hey, this is John. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mechanical Mastery. In the last episode, we set up this system right here for creating the refined radiance. And I think I may actually have enough of that right now. Yeah, we have just enough refined radiance, which is good because this guy is not keeping up with the production of andesite alloy, which led to other things stopping as well. So, okay, this guy is running again. I put him down to keeping 256, but he couldn't make the cogwheels to keep going because he ran out of andesite alloy. So that's okay. He should pick back up when he needs to. And I did note that this guy did make blaze cakes in between making the uh, ingots things, so that should be okay as well. Um, but now that we have all of the components to build the final star shard, we need to set up this automation setup. So we need to get a bunch of deployers on a belt and figure out how to make these. So that's all fine, but I'd like it to live somewhere over in the create area. I mean, he probably would fit like right in here. It'd be a little cramped, but we could do that. I might put it there. I might put it down here, actually. This may be a place it could go as well. But I don't want to have another one of these motors. This is my create area. I want to keep to create power. I know I did this thing here. I might change that. But I want to stick with create power. So rather than expanding my windmills, which are pretty much tacked to the brink, I want to look into getting a steam engine. I've never made one before, so I don't know how they work, but we're going to try it out. So yeah, let's see about getting a steam engine. So what do I need for that? Here's a steam engine. Do I need a... I think I need some of these fluid tanks, at least 4 of them, I think it said. Okay. Alright, that seems okay. Alright, we're going to need some blaze burners to cook those guys up. I need some more blaze effigies. Just stick that in there. There we go. 4 blaze burners. And I think there's like an arm we can use to fill this guy up. So, yeah. Temporarily, everything that runs here is going to stop. That's okay, though. We should have it replaced, hopefully, before the end of the episode. So, oh, if I'd ever mention it, I enchanted my helmet and I got affinity. So, I no longer have mining fatigue in the air. I like that. So, there we go. Goodbye, windmill. You were fantastic for your time. Yeah, we're going to get... we're just going to break all of this stuff right now. And, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, let's take this and replace my floor. I'm not sure I like these living in the floor or the ceiling of the bottom guy. So, yeah, I may move him 1 up. But not worried about that just yet. Let's increase the belt. And let's put this guy here. And I'll put that shaft back. Okay, let's see if I can make a steam engine. So we're going to start by putting these blaze burners somewhere. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll put the tanks on top of them. Did I actually make any tanks? I guess I did not. So let's make some of those. We need some barrels. Wonder why you don't stack with the rest of them. That's weird. Okay. Okay, can I get some planks, please? Thank you. And maybe some slabs, too? There we go. Now I can make some more barrels. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I can make the rest of my tanks. Alright, so there we go. Here is the fluid capacity of these guys. And these might have to go underneath. I'm not sure about that. And I may raise this to have a floor there too. I don't know. For now, let's get it working, and then I'll figure out what to do with it. So, how do I get fluid into these guys? It says pipe networks will work. So, that suggests if I had a pipe network, we could pipe fluid right into there. So let's see about that. I'll get, what are they? These guys? Yeah, well, let's get one of these. And let's get an whatever amulet. And let's get, actually, where are those sinks I used to use? Let's get one of those. That'll be easier. Yeah, so let's get this guy and a sink. And yeah, there we go. He now has lots of water. I hate the way this looks, but I'll fix that later. Most important part is seeing what happens with the steam engine. So here are the engines that require a gold plate, andesite alloy, and a block of copper. I hope that I have enough andesite alloy in the system to keep this going. I have literally none. Okay, that's a problem, but we can solve this temporarily like this, and we'll get more once I have the steam engine running. So we have no gold plates. Let's craft a stack of those. I'm surprised I'm not keeping any of those in stock. I probably am down there. I'm not using them right now. Okay, so yeah, I know you're too small for that. Hang on. Alright, I'm just going to take 2 of these for now. Alright. Okay, he can go clockwise or counterclockwise. And it says something about a shaft. Alright. Well, there we go. I now have whatever these are. Let's get these guys some coal. I'll figure out how to feed them later. So let's see here. This can do, yeah, via 2 engines. I don't quite understand that though. If I put a shaft, what happens? Okay, I get this. You're not what I meant. I thought you were my stressometer. Okay. Alright, this is enough for 2 of these. I want all of them, though. How are we going to make that happen? Let's see here. If I put... Are these differently orientated? Oh ho. There we go. Now they're running in tandem. Okay, that looks like what I want. All I have to do is get this over there and possibly down there as well. And everything will start running again. So, yeah, and we can make this tank bigger and put more of these engines. All we gotta do then is fill them with coal, and they will keep running at a reasonable speed. So, there is a mechanical arm dealie that will feed this guy coal. So, if we had one of these, we could take coal from an inventory and feed these guys constantly. So, that's the plan for that. Alright, I'll figure that out in a minute. Let's see about getting him over to the right place. So, it's going to look a little bit ridiculous right now. That's okay, though. There we go. Let's get these shafts, and we could go one more over. We can go one more down. Will that work? I don't think it will. Hang on. Okay, let me get a belt. He can't go but more than one direction, though. Hang on. That won't work either. I am just fantastic at create. I'm also a little bit stupid. But, okay, this technically works. It is awful, but it technically works. Okay, the system is not going to be overstressed, but it's going to be ridiculously slow. So there is that. We'll have to put that rotational speed controller back on here. So let's start by doing that. Is that where I want him? I think that it is. Okay. So we want this to go to 128. Yeah. And then, okay, so let's make this guy go out here. Then we'll put the belt going all the way over here. Okay. And then we'll do something dumb with this, like with a gearbox. And I promise I'll think about this more later on. But for now, let's get it working, and then I'll fix the many, many problems that we're going to have with this. So, okay, there we go. So he is no longer overstressed. That makes sense. So all I have to do is figure out a way to feed this guy, and that would be the mechanical arm. So let's get one of those and figure out how they work, because I've never used one. We need brass sheets, mechanism, casing, and alloy. Oh good, I have all of those things. Alright, so exactly how do you work? You are a gearbox, or a cogwheel thing. Okay. That seems fine. If I place you differently, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay. Let's try getting some coal. Just, I don't know, a stack, just to test this out. And let's get a... What am I looking for? Just a chest for now. So we'll take one of these chests, and I will fill this guy with coal. And, okay, so select belts, depots, by right-clicking while holding the mechanical arm in your hand. Deposit items to blaze burner. Okay. Has 0 inputs and 4 outputs. How do I get your input? Okay, I do want it to be around Robin. How do I set your... I don't know how to set the take from. Let me figure that out. Okay, he can't take from a chest. He can take from this guy. We can take or deposit. He can only deposit to Blazeberg, which makes sense. So once he has his targets, we can set him down, and then this should work as long as we keep filling this depot with, coal. So let's figure out how to get that in there. So I want a cogwheel somewhere over here. Let's get a cogwheel. Let's get a cogwheel, please. Okay, I really need a cogwheel. Yes, I know that you want to build all the cogwheels, but I need the cogwheels to go for a minute. Maybe if I set these manually for just a second, he can make more andesite alloy. Okay. So we're now making that faster. Can I make more cogwheels, please? Can I possibly get a cogwheel before he takes them all? There we go. Cogwheels. Okay. I'll give them back, I promise. But right now, I need one to keep things going. Alright, so... how am I going to get you to have some kind of power? Well, let's think about that. Yeah, this is an awkward setup, but I think it's going to work. So I'm just going to need to figure that out a little bit more. Okay, so let's take a shaft. It's only overstressed because of how things are going. Okay. I've got a gearbox. I know, this is awful. I promise I'll fix it. Okay. In theory, with just one, this should work. Yes. And as long as he had coal, he would keep feeding these burners. Alright, perfect. We now have a really weird setup that does 4 times as much as either one of the windmills did, and he can go up to twice the, or 128 RPM. So that is looking pretty good. Okay, I think this setup does work. All we have to do is get coal up here. So how are we going to do that? Where is the system, and can it be somewhere useful? System is all the way downstairs. I don't want to run it all the way up here. I think it'd be better to have the laser IO network somewhere attached to this guy. So I may have to run some relays, but that's my plan for getting more coal in here. So let's try that first. Let's get a laser node, and is there any possibility I can run this somewhere useful, like here? Ooh, I can. I did not think I'd be able to. Alright, that'll work for me, and we will simply keep this depot filled with coal. So let's get an item filter. Yep, one of you, please. One of you, please. And I'm going to insert coal into you at all times. Okay. Now, I don't believe he has any coal to get, so let's go make sure that one of these guys has some coal for him. You're full. You're full. You have spots. There we go. Not blocks of coal, just coal proper. Now, are we filling this other guy with coal now? You don't appear to be. Insert with coal, basic item filter, channel 1. We hooked you up. Oh, that's right. He can only do one operation at a time. So he can only fill up to 10. That's what he's taking out of there. Let's increase this to a stack. And then actually 10 is probably fine, really. But yeah, now he does a full stack of coal. Okay. There we go. There'll always be a full stack of coal whenever he can add more to this, which should be fine. So there we go. A really complicated setup for getting the boiler. And I'm definitely going to fix this between episodes, but yeah, looking pretty good right now. I did make one change to the setup. So over here, this guy has nuclear waste. He's making more polonium. But I'm trying to see if overnight he can keep up if we increase his buffer of power. So I want to know, can we backlog burn through all of this polonium before the day is over? And the answer is, I don't know. But that is my hope, that before the next day or the next night falls, that all of this waste will go away. So he's got about 400 buckets of waste, so that's going down pretty rapidly. So hopefully doing that will be fine. And then rather than ever having to surge this guy, he will simply surge during the day and take more output than we're making. But overnight, when he can't make polonium anyway, he will clean up the excess polonium we're getting in here. So I want to try playing with that to keep this system stable with both power and nuclear waste cleanup. All right. I think that's wrapping up point for today's episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. Come back and see us next time. We will do something else. What will it be? Well, you have to come back and find out then. It's going to be making that setup to make the these guys, Final Star Sharks, obviously. Or will it be? I don't know. Maybe I'll see a big problem in my system and have to fix that. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.